Back to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. So we're doing something different this week that we've never done before. Thought we'd give it a try because these guys, Dark Day Sunday, we talked about them last week, and they all seemed, even when we made fun of them, the guys still enjoyed it. So we said, you know what? We're going to give these guys an extra bonus treat. I gave everybody homework to listen to their music, and we're all going to talk about it. We're all going to talk about it a little bit. I don't know what the fuck these guys are going to say. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this is cool. I wrote a little bit, and everybody's going to read their little summaries. Or I'm the only one that wrote it down. Everybody else has it in their head. Because I wrote.
It's real basic.
Because I like talking a lot, and they don't. Yeah. Okay, so the first song I heard was "Halfway to Gods." Now, this is the closest. Now, these guys describe themselves as like a Bay Area thrash band. This one was probably the closest one to a Bay Area thrash band. I didn't really hear the Bay Area thrash band thing entirely. When I hear Bay Area thrash bands, I don't. Forbidden is probably the only band that really has a really clean type singing, and I like more less singing and more shouting when I listen to like thrash metal. I don't know if that makes any sense. Less like yo, and then like you know. I can't sing, so I can't do the thing.
I'm picky with thrash to begin with, so it's hard for me to even have an opinion about this. I'll be honest.
Okay. The next song was "Conversation with the Dead." It reminded me of like Fate's Warning meets Nevermore. It had some of that like. You know, it had some proggy stuff in it, but also had that Nevermore, like, kind of that, you know, Nevermore does, like, a lot of ballads, you know, that's, they come down, they almost sound, huh?
Very melodic.
No, they come down, they have, like, sinister-sounding ballads, you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I don't know, man, it's another band I can't get into except for Loomis. All I hear is his guitar solos, I'm like, I want to play like that guy. I mean,
yeah, the guy's incredible.
Your use of adjectives is breathtaking.
Yeah.
What was my adjective that you were impressed with? I use thinking man thoughts. Me like the metal song is good.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
So
now you keep it a death metal.
Yeah. So Halo of Decay was the third song. It reminded me. It sounded a lot like a Shadows Fall song. Which is no surprise because they got the drummer from Shadows Fall, Jason Bittner, in the band. Then their last song was One Bullet Away, and that sounded like thrash metal meets radio metal. You know, like the metal that you hear on the radio where they call metal. That's what it reminded me of. It had. No, not butt rock.
Like Godsmack?
yeah, more like I didn't know what they.
I know what you mean.
They use three chords.
What, like Days of the New? I don't know what the bands are called. So I don't like.
I can't listen to radio. Yeah, I can't listen to radio.
Bands called? I don't even listen to those bands. But the ones that are what are the bands? Seether.
Oh,
like bands like that.
Nickelback and crap like that.
Yeah,
so like slightly grungy.
So heavy.
But it had thrash metal. But
it didn't sound. I don't think it sounded.
It had
anything
thrash,
like that.
but then it had like some. Okay.
I'll be honest. It's not my cup of tea.
Wait, I had more.
I'm sorry. I can't let you call them guys Seether in their defense, man. I'm sorry, man.
I don't know what I'm just saying. I got
halfway through the first song and I decided.
I don't know what Seether sounds like. Okay, I'm just saying like I'm just.
They don't sound like Seether.
The bands that you hear on the radio. The metal bands that you hear on the radio.
Dude, I never hear. I listen to radio, but I never hear metal on the radio unless I'm listening to Serious Satellite. I never hear metal on the radio.
You might hear like a Godsmack or a
I'm sorry, I just call them say Seether. I couldn't let them say Seether.
I don't. It's like I said. I'm just using a name. It's like a band I've heard of that I know and are on the radio. I actually don't even know what Seether sounds like.
I like them. I'm sorry. Never mind. I was going to say I like part of this band, but I don't know either one.
I'm just saying radio friendly band. It sounded like thrash metal meets a radio friendly band. But my final synopsis of it is each sound sounded different, yet had the Dark Day Sunday identity. Like you can know it's the same band. Not sure if there is a label to this band. It's definitely not Bay Area thrash. They shouldn't be labeling themselves as a Bay Area thrash band. I thought they were all right though. I liked them. I mean, like you know.
I thought it was up your alley after hearing you say you like Iron Maiden and stuff like that. In a way, like I could tell, I get that vibe. It's not my thing. I'll be honest. Like I said, I listened to Halfway to Gods or whatever. Got about halfway through and I was like, it's just not my cup of tea. Like, for me, like, that style is just not me. If it's not Maiden or Judas Priest, I'm not into it. Like, so I guess my opinion's invalid in a way.
I give credit's due. I thought they sounded professional doing their thing.
You said it was Jason Bittner, though.
I didn't say it was. I didn't say.
Did he leave Shadows Fall?
No, it's just like a side project. There's also Frank Aresti from
you got to give him props because I mean Jason Bittner is. You know, phenomenal drummer. Me being a drummer, I liked it just for that fact because, you know, I like the more melodic, higher stuff. You know, I'm more that 80s metal guy myself. So, I mean, I like.
So you probably really like this then.
I actually did. I did like it. I mean, I wouldn't say it was like my favorite, but like, you know, like I said, I'm a little biased. I'm a drummer, and I like Jason Bittner. I think he's
ironically. Really you said you liked the drumming the best on that. You said the guy.
I did. I was giving.
Oh, you didn't even know who was in it.
Well, I didn't know. None of us knew.
He showed it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's. I see your point. It's not like the hard metalcore, like it's more like the more older '80s, higher voice, more melodic. Which I liked it though. I thought it was alright.
I was gonna say, at first I didn't like it because I'm not into that kind of music. Like I'd rather listen to like King Diamond and stuff like that, and
you know,
I love King Diamond too. Them guitarists, and
Nicky
D, they're all awesome. I love them. Merciful Fate's no joke either. Though I love Merciful Fate.
To me, I would rather listen to 3 Inches of Blood if I was going to listen to that. To me, it just brings me to more of a fun party state.
Yeah, 3 Inches of Blood are kind of like they're almost like. They
fit the stereotype.
Almost like a parody.
Yes. Yeah, but that's why I said I think they fit the stereotype.
They're almost like so silly and over the top.
Yeah, like I want to hear somebody. Yeah. Like, if I'm going to hear, like,
I do like them though. 3 Inches.
That's to me. That's like if I'm going to listen to that. Like to me, they're like poking fun at it, but they're still having fun. They do it well, and I think it's badass. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not into that whole genre of music as a whole, though. For the most part, like he said, Merciful.
Yeah, well, I thought these guys were good. I just didn't think like. The Bay Area thrash thing threw me off because I was expecting to hear like "Into the Pit" or something like that. You know,
hell yeah, fight!
Or something. I don't know.
I definitely wouldn't call it Bay Area thrash. I mean, like I think it's like not the right term that they should have used.
Right. I mean, they're closer to the you could. I almost wish I was in these guys thing where I didn't know that the one dude was in Fates Warning, the other guy was in Shadows Fall. Because then you start hearing that in the back of your mind.
You're seeing influences, like,
right? And you do see it, yeah. So.
That does happen.
Yeah.
To people.
Yeah, I wish I would have been blinded a little bit on that one. What do you think, Matt?
I think the vocalist quit a little bit too much.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you guys for having a good sense of humor about that, by the way. We know you probably didn't write it. A press agent probably did. But it's the same thing as Jeff. I liked it. I wouldn't really categorize it as Bay Area thrash. Like, I would check out more of their stuff, maybe. A lot of influence. I think knowing who's in it did probably color my opinion of it a bit, though. Like, it's hard not to hear.
Yeah.
When you know like who's making it up. But it was alright overall.
I would like to cover up a statement I said earlier because you were talking and said you wrote down notes, and I said it's basic. My opinion of what I was going to say was basic, not the band was basic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My honest opinion is I had nothing against it. I thought it was cool. It's not my cup of tea, but I thought, it's kind of catchy, but it's just
and Brian didn't do his homework, but he listened to a half a song at the pizza place where we were getting pizza about 20 minutes ago.
In the pizza place for like a half hour because I have to go pick it up, and it's really hot in there, and it's really annoying.
He's our pizza bitch.
The only thing you can do is look at this middle-aged woman's big tits. That's it. And then suddenly, and then suddenly, like Matt's behind me, and it was really creepy and weird.
Really?
It was creepy.
Yeah.
I started tickling his anus.
Yeah.
Feather on me. It is what it is.
And like he just played it on his phone, and I saw a black and white video of war, and it said "fight, fight," and I'm like, "This is dumb. I don't care." And that was it. After like 30 seconds.
He was more focused on the anus tickling than I was doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, just
with good reason.
It's like, give me
Are you a
pizza.
fan of this kind of music, though, or not?
I can't tell you. I couldn't even tell what it was. I heard singing. I like singing, but it kind of. I thought of Soilwork, but I guess it wasn't like Soilwork. And he was like, it's not clean vocals. I'm like, was it like Linkin Park? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, to be honest, to be totally honest, that was my thing. I heard the vocals. I was like, even with like the singing, I thought the singing was a little flat actually at some points and stuff. I was like, Well, like he even said he picked out the drum, and he was like, the drummer sounds really on point and stuff like that. So
I don't have a valid opinion.
All right. So Dark Day Sunday, you guys asked for it and you got it. Okay.
Keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
our opinions don't matter.
Our opinions don't matter.
And when you're more Sunday Jersey, come by and we'll have you on the show.
Check us out.
Yep.
Do it.
Love you. Kisses.